we will continue to conclude this session and bring our focus back to international cooperation and real-world implementation. I'm pleased to invite Elad Sagi, Senior Technology Advisor at the Israel Space Agency. Elad will present Israel's plans and opportunities in the context of the Artemis Accords and what lunar missions mean for the Israeli space industry, research community, and future partnerships.
So my name is Elad Sagi, and I'm a Senior Technology Advisor to the Israeli Space Agency. And as promised, we'll start talking about what were the achievements of the Israeli Space Agency in 2025. But first and foremost, we'll start with the Artemis mission. And we'll talk a little bit about the Ultrasat. We'll talk about some Earth observation programs that we have been doing and climate. Specifically the CL and asbestos identification. We will continue with cyber resilience, which we were doing lately, entering into the cyber world, which is the latest threat. And we'll finish with the education and community activity that we were doing at the Space Agency. And so let's jump in. And first of all, let's start with Artemis. So I just heard today that actually, we have 61 nations now signed the Artemis, the latest news. We signed it in 2022. And as you know, we had a very successful Artemis 1 mission in which we had Zohar, our mannequin, which you see here on the right next to Helga. It was an international collaboration done with the DLR and NASA. And the vest was made by Stemrad. It was a very successful mission with a 60% absorption of radiation compared to any other unprotected control, and 90% in critical areas. So it was a very interesting mission and very, very successful. Our next mission in space is the Ultrasat, and here we're already looking at, I just want to go back a second to the Artemis and add that today we are working in collaboration with our other partners in the Artemis mission in making and finding places for Israel, academia, and companies in further missions in the Artemis. So this is something that is ongoing. Unfortunately, we don't have any latest news on that, but it's definitely something that we're continuing to push. So that is the good news. Continuing to Ultrasat. Ultrasat, as you know, is a mission that we're doing with our partners around the world. And the mission is a wide field of view, unprecedented. It's almost 200 times greater than the current field of view of the current capabilities. It will be watching space, and its advantage is its rapid response. It will be located in GEO. It will have a wide field of view. It will be open in the ultraviolet spectrum. And once it sees, detect some kind of UV emission from, let's say, a neutron star merger, like kilonova or early stages of supernova, it will be able to download immediately from the GEO location where it is, the information to Earth, and all the other telescopes on Earth will be able to point there in less than 15 minutes. Our next program is the CL program. The CL program is a program which the Israel Space Agency is doing in collaboration with CNES. All the academia in Israel and academia in France are working on it. And what is the special thing about CL is the fact that it will be monitoring the clouds. Now, it won't be monitoring the clouds from the Earth. It will be monitoring the clouds from the space. It will be flying 2 satellites, one after the other, within a distance of 150 kilometers, and we'll be able to image those clouds formation stereoscopically from space, allowing us to better understand the way the clouds are forming and behaving. And this is a program which is designed to be launched in 2028. As I promised you, we'll talk about cyber. Cyber is, let's say, the latest threat, and it also arrived to space. And Israel, or the Israel Space Agency, have been addressing this issue in two different aspects. One is we have joined with the Italian Space Agency and the Israeli National Cyber Directorate together to initiate a cyberspace lab. And they will perform a joint research in the space cyber domain, and they will formulate practical tools to cope with and mitigate these emerging threats. We have also joined the Space Information Sharing and Analysis Center, also known as Space ISAC, with the United Kingdom Space Agency, JAXA, and CNES. And we will be ensuring that we will always be one step ahead of cyber and physical threats to our infrastructure. In the remote sensing field, we have been doing some major advancement, specifically in the hyperspectral remote sensing. We have collaborated with DLR and the imager from NMAP, which is a very, let's say, accurate hyperspectral imager. And we have used that data in order to identify and map asbestos on the ground. We have done this program, thankfully, with the aid of the University of Tel Aviv and the Ministry of the Environmental Protection. Here you can actually see us working in the field, trying to get accurate data from the asbestos. The next program? The video is showing. Okay, great. So this is actually the video showing, showing the villages in the Otef area where we did our pilot. And you could actually see that we are able to map each one of those areas and to identify within those areas where the buildings are that have asbestos roofing, which allows us to deal with the asbestos hazard. Not only we have been working in the Otef area for the asbestos identification, but we also did rehabilitation. We have joined forces with the Israeli Innovation Authority, and again, the Environmental Protection Agency and the BGU University, Ben Gurion University, to utilize information that we have been collecting with our Venus satellite, which is a collaboration between the Israeli Space Agency and CNES. And with that information, that is a multispectral imager, we would like to help and identify areas where we could rehabilitate and the area that have been damaged during the October 7th attack. The last but not least project that we're doing in remote sensing is the illumination source. The illumination source is, we're joint with the Ministry of Energy in order to identify which cities and where in those cities the illumination have changed to LED illumination. Most of these cities still use old, very, let's say, not very efficient illumination, which is based on gas. And we would like to incentivize them to switch to LED, but we need to know LED, but we need to know where these are, where they are needed to be implemented. And so we are doing now this latest project via remote sensing using data from SDG-SAT-1. Another joint collaboration is with the Italian Space Agency. The Italian Space Agency and us, we are joint in, joint research, and that research is going to be applied for irrigation needs, technological validation, and adaptation to enhance water efficiency. And it is going to be used a lot of data coming from Cosmos SkyMed, which is an Italian synthetic aperture radar satellite. Those that know me know that this is basically my baby. I love this program for certain reasons, obvious reasons. And on March 15, 2025, we launched 9 high school student satellites. All 9 of these satellites are operating in space, are working in space. They have all been built, integrated by high school students. This is a program that we have been doing with the Tel Aviv University. And here you could see actually all the high schools from the municipalities that have been. Part of them is Israelis, part of them Arabs, and one of them even are Jews, making this the first Jewish satellite in space ever. And this is something that we are very, very proud of. We have also have the International Space Olympics. With this time, it's the first time that we have done it, an international Space Olympics, with participation from kids from Azerbaijan and Azerbaijan, who took place in the Space Olympics. And this is something that is, for us, is just a start, and we hope that we'll manage to make some more collaboration. So thank you very much for having me. If you have any questions, please approach me and ask me anything you want. Usually have an answer, and if I don't have an answer, I'll send you somewhere else. So thank you, and have a good day.